Hello everyone, my name is YutoIsoya and welcome to a brand new series on the channel called Wildfrost. For those who don't know, Wildfrost is kind of a card battler road-like deck builder that's kind of similar to games that are such as like Slay the Spire or Slay the Spire 2. Slightly different kind of mechanics, but same kind of general idea about essentially going through a run and then unlocking stuff and continuing from there. So I did do a little playtest of this game, just did like one kind of run just to see how things are working, as well as to check on settings, and turns out this game is very difficult. So yeah, in my little playtest that I did, I think I got to like the second area with the second boss and just got wrecked. So yeah, expect to see a couple of runs where it's just trying to get used to the game and just like learning all the cards and that kind of thing. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get started here. Alright, so yeah, we get to choose our leader here. We have Hellwind, Tomfall, and Petal. Gain 2 block on kill, or we can just get someone with a little bit more stats here. So basically this is our health pool here. Our leader will get deployed at the beginning of each battle, and they take a certain amount of turns here in order to go and attack. And here's their attack right here. I find that having someone with Barrage is very nice, and we can always find cards that will buff them, so let's go ahead and go with Hellwind here. And yes, you can also rename them as well, as you can see here. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. Hellwind is the person that has this journal here. Alright, so let's go to our first battle against the Snowbow Squad. I do have the tutorials on here, so we'll get an idea of how things work. To start each battle, drag your leader with the crown here from your hand onto the battlefield. Alright, like so. So now, Foxy is one of your companion cards. Get him on the battlefield too. So yeah, we get companions that we can discover throughout the run here. So we do start off with Foxy in this tutorial. So we'll go ahead and deploy him. But before that, you can also see that we have weapon cards here that we can use independently from our main leader or our companions here. And we also have something called a Snow Stick. So it basically applies an effect called Snow. So basically it freezes the counter from going down, so it prevents them from attacking. Alright, and also blocks reactions, which we'll get into that when we discover it. Alright, so go ahead and deploy Foxy here. Alright, as you can see here, Penguin is going to be attacking soon, so let's go ahead and use our sword here to take out the Penguin. Like so. And you can see we get a little bit of money as well. Card counters, so the counter icon here, reduces by 1 each turn. When they reach 0, the card will attack. Excuse me. So I say let's go ahead and just delay him. So that way, yeah, Foxy here can attack. Enemies will always attack first, so that's something you want to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and say Scrappy Sword him. And unfortunately, we are going to take damage, but it's not going to, I don't think it will matter, so we'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, we did take 3 damage, but we did take care of the battle for there. So now, as you can see here, we have more enemies coming in. We can see the number of enemies as well as arriving in the amount of time they're arriving in, like so. So we're almost out of cards. Gain a new hand by hitting the redraw bell. Okay, so that does waste our turn. And we'll go into that mechanic after it comes up here. In fact, here we go. Redraw bell. You can use the redraw bell at any time, discard your hand, and draw 6 new cards. Hitting the redraw bell will end your turn unless the bell is charged. It will become charged when its counter reaches 0. And you can see the icon changes here. Alright, let's continue. Alright. So you must protect your leader. If they die, the game is over. Alright, so right now, as you can see here, they're going to attack in 2 turns. We have 4 and 3. We can also heal here. But I think what I want to do is... excuse me. We're going to do a little bit of delaying here. So then we said the wave bell shows the number of turns until the next wave of enemies. So in 3 turns, we'll get 2 more enemies. But there's not enough space, so only 1 will show up. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and say, do we want to take 1 damage? I think taking 1 damage is fine. I would rather delay someone that does 3 damage here. So we can also stack the effects here, like so. And we'll say, let's go ahead and just Scrappy Sword him. And yeah, Foxy here will take care of him, and then we'll also do one more time, like so. So now it looks like we have a little mini boss here that shows up. Whenever anything is snowball, gain +1 attack. So we could snowball him to reduce it, but then he'll start powering up. So that's something we have to keep in mind here. I'm going to go ahead and say let's heal up just to be safe here. And then we could do a little free redraw here because the bell was charged. So like I said, we could delay him a little bit. It would delay him by 2, but he would go up in damage here. So let's go ahead and do that because it should be fine. We should be able to take him out before he gets to attack. Alright, so let's go ahead and say Scrappy Sword to you. And we'll do it one more time. And there we go. So he's taken care of. And yeah, sometimes, if it's I believe if it's on a boss battle, the enemies will still stick around, but then on regular battles, they could have a chance to run away. So go ahead, look at that victory. Go ahead and continue here. And we'll go to our next area. It looks like we got a journal page, which I believe is just a lore for one I've experienced so far. I'm not going to go into reading all of this. I'll just leave it on the screen for a few seconds here, and you guys can pause if you'd like to read that as well. Alright, let's go ahead and continue here, and we'll go to the Frozen Travelers. Alright, so this is how we get our companions here. So go ahead and just break the ice. And there we go. We have a choice between 2 companions here. We can get someone who deals 8 additional damage on frozen targets, or on kill, restore 2 health to self and allies in the row. So what we got here is we could go with Wallop here, who can benefit from snow if someone snowball, which is kind of nice with our current setup, and they have enough health and only doing slightly less health. He can help with basically sustaining on the field. I believe, let's go ahead and go with Wallop here. I just like the idea of be able to take care of enemies before they have a chance to attack. So right click to inspect as well, as you can see here. Oops, excuse me. Like so. So let's go ahead and get Wallop here and say let's go. Alright, so now we have a treasure. So we'll go ahead and unlock that. So we get to pick a new card to add. I always say, Snow Cake is kind of nice. It's a one-time use, but you get to apply 10 to a certain opponent. Sunrun is also nice from what I can tell because it can lower the cooldown rates of people, and it's not consumed on use. Excuse me. So I believe on my test run I went with Snow Cake here, which was nice, but I kind of want to try the Sunrod, so we'll go ahead and do that. Being able to attack quicker is a nice thing to do. Alright, so we got the battle with the penguins here. Alright, so now I can see that we have more than 1 row here, and I believe there's going to be 3 rows in total. I haven't gotten that far, but yeah. Go ahead and say, let's go and add you here. You can also inspect cards during battle. Right-click on the Uba Bear to inspect it. Alright, so you can kind of see, one hit applies Snowball to the attacker. So if we're going to attack him, we want to make sure we kind of burst him down in one go if possible. Oops. Then we also have Porcupine here. They can do Barrage, so they'll have to hit the entire row. Or we have Chungoon here, which we've seen already, and they get more attack when they get hit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Wallop out here as well. So this cost us a turn here. Let's say, okay, so let's go ahead and say, let's get Porcupine here. Drag Wallop in front of your leader to protect him from the attack. So yeah, we can switch him to here and prevent our leader from taking damage. So unfortunately, they won't, unless they say, I believe if there's an ability that says they can only attack in one direction, they will attack the most front unit here. So we're going to be taking 5 damage, but it'd be better than our leader taking 5 damage here. Moving your cards does not take a turn, so you can still play a card. Okay? Let's see, we'll go ahead and do this here. Excuse me for 1 sec. Just gotta minimize something. Okay, there we go. Porcupine has a barrage, which means it will hit all targets in a row. Currently, Porcupine's attack will hit both of your characters. Try moving your leader to the other row so that Porcupine will only hit Wallop. So we're starting to get a little low with Wallop here, so let's go ahead and oops, before we do that, we'll move our leader here. and then we'll heal Wallow up, like so. Alright, so you can recall companions to heal and drag Wallow up to your discard pile. So yeah, we have a little discard pile here, and that way we can heal them, but then they will be removed from play. Before we do that though, let's go ahead and move our leader back to here, and then we'll go to here. Also a free action. Okay, so yeah, we could have done that regardless here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say, can we attack like this? Yeah. And there we go. They took out them. And now, let's see, we could also... we are going to get hit with 4 damage, which is kind of bad, but we'll go ahead and see if we can get a companion here to help with that. Let's see here. We could snowball him, so let's go ahead in fact and just snowball him like so. Just to delay his attack. And let's also get Foxy out here. And get that going. Owie. Alright, so yeah, as you can see here, Aimless hits a random target in the row. So we'll say, let's go ahead and do... Let's see, yeah, we could do Sunrod here to get Foxy to take care of the Uba Bear. Oh, but it does cancel it. I did not know that. Okay, that's good to know. Apply 2 Snowball to the attacker. Interesting. Okay, I did not know that. Yeah, still learning about this game. So yeah, we're about to take a lot of damage here. But we can also just go ahead and start taking care of some of the other guys here. We want to keep turn order in mind when it comes to attacking. That way we can try to anticipate, taking someone out before they become a problem here. Alright, so let's go ahead and say, let's take care of the Uba Bear here. Like so. And we barrage, and now we have a boss. Yeah, so unfortunately, we're going to want to focus him down here. But let's see if we can get Wallet back out here. Let's see, we are going to take 1 damage here unless we do this. Oh, right. Aimless. Again, I already forgot. Let's see, so let's go ahead and say, let's get some healing in here, just to keep our leader alive. Yeah, we're going to take a bit of damage here. But we can use our health as a resource pool here, so we'll keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and say, apply Snowball to you. Owie. So I'm hoping with the barrage that we'll be able to, so yeah, we can do 8 additional damage to here. Looks like I have to take care of something, so I apologize. I'm going to pause real quick and I'll be right back. Hello everyone, sorry about the pause there. I was having to take care of my cat who was moaning at the top of his head outside my room, and causing people to be woken up. So I usually try to record these episodes in the morning here, and yeah, unfortunately, depending on how much the cat sleeps, I have to pause every once in a while, or you'll occasionally hear him over my mic. So without delay, let's keep on going here. So we have Big Peng here. He is snowballed, so he should be taking more damage from Wallop here. Let's go ahead and take care of some other people in this row. And let's take a Penguin here. Okay, so we did take damage, but we did combo here. And yeah, it did cause people to run away. So go ahead and say continue here. Alright, and we'll go to get a treasure here. Ooh, right, sorry, journal page. And here's our second lore for this area, as you can see here. Alrighty. Alright, so we could go and get more travelers, or we can go get some treasure here and a charm. Do we want another companion, or do we want to get more treasure? Let's go ahead and get more treasure here. As soon as we do this treasure here. Alright, let's see, so we got Woodhead here, so it's just like a little chump blocker. Flame Water, which increases your strength by 1, which is kind of nice. Or we have Shell here. Apply for essentially just armor or shields here. Let's go ahead and just say, let's go with Flame Water here. And let's go ahead and get some more treasure. Like so. We got Storm Bear Spirit. Target must be snowballed in order to do 8 damage. Okay. And we can either do Nutshell Cake, which applies 9 shell here, and it also reduces health by 2 on consume, and it will consume the card. Or Frostbell, apply 2, temporary reduce attack, but it's a barrage, so it hits all targets in a row. Alright, so yeah, if we want to like be able to nuke down someone, I think this would be lovely. We could do that, or we can do a Frostbell. I'm kind of leaning towards these two here. Being able to reduce people's attacks is lovely. And I believe later on we can get cards that like does damage back when attacked, stuff like that. But I think for now we'll go with the Stormbear Spirit here, so we can just nuke down the target. Alright, let's go ahead and get a charm here. And we'll see what we got here. So charms, as you can see here, got Snowball charmed. So yeah, this one basically allows you to equip it to any card, or we can save it for later. As you can see, this charm in particular can be equipped to anything here. Let's see, I think we want to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and give it to someone who can barrage in the row here. Let's go ahead and give it to our leader. And like that, as you can see here, we have that. And we'll say, let's continue. Once equipped, charge cannot be removed. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the boss of this area, Bamboozle. And they do start up on the field already. We'll go ahead and get Hellwind out here. It's already good idea to get your companions on the battlefield as soon as possible. Their counter will only start counting down when they are on the battlefield. So yeah, that's like I said, we should already get them down so we can start getting their counters going here. Alrighty, watch out for Snowbow. They are aimless, which means their attacks will hit a random target in the row. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking care of a cat here. Alright, so yeah, we'll keep that in mind. They will attack randomly wherever, and one hit reduces attack by 1. So we kind of want to, whittle this guy down as soon as possible. And as you can see here, there's a resist snow, can only have a maximum of 1 snow at a time. So we can already start delaying here. Let's see. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're going to be in the front, so it'll be hard to target the back without using our weapons here. Let's go ahead and say, I'm not too worried about him for right now. But we'll go ahead and say, let's apply snow here just to start delaying him. Let's see, we'll go ahead and say Scrappy Sword to him in the back. And we'll go ahead and say Snow Stick to you. That way Wallop here can get some good damage in to start off. Alright, let's go ahead and say, do we want to keep attacking here? Let's go ahead and say, yeah, let's go ahead and get a Pinkberry Juice on Wallop here. And we'll refresh, like so. And we'll get Foxy out here, so that they can start doing damage. Alright, so we do have Winter Worm here, getting ready to be able to attack us here. We could reduce Wallop here down, and we don't have anyone snowballed, unfortunately, so this is kind of a waste card in our hand. But, yeah, unfortunately they're about to take 6 damage, so we'll go ahead and put Wallop out here. And we'll say, let's reduce, let's see, what do we want to do here? Unfortunately, we have... We'll go ahead and say, let's increase... Yeah, we're about to take a lot of damage. But I'd say I want to increase Foxy here. We'll do 2 damage, like so. And we'll say, let's give you the Sun Rod here. Owie. Yeah, so unfortunately we did lose our Wallop here. And yeah, now we have a boss that has been split up here. Unfortunately, again, we don't have our Snowball, which kind of sucks, but well, unfortunately we just have to deal with that. And also, we are taking a bit of a beating here. Well, let's see if we can get Foxy saved back here. And yeah, unfortunately, there's a chance that Snowball here is going to kill us, or kill Foxy, but we just have to take that risk. Let's go ahead and say, let's see, apply 1 Snowball or Wild, gain plus 1 other Wild cards are killed. So ideally, we want to keep these guys, evenly split until we can kill them both at the same time. So let's go ahead and say, let's do that. And then we're about to take some damage. Yep, unfortunately Foxy got taken care of. And I don't think things are looking good here. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. And we'll go from there. We are about to take 2 damage here. I don't know if we'll be able to do anything, but let's go ahead and get going here. Like so, we'll say, go ahead and apply. There's multiple times. Okay. Go ahead and do snowball on you. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, you can't, yeah. So that was a misplay on my part, unfortunately. I think we are pretty screwed here. Yes, but we'll go ahead and apply more damage here for you. And yeah, as you can see here, this is a pretty tough game here. And we died. Womp womp. Alright. So yeah, as you can see here, we're unlocking some progress here. So we'll go ahead and go back to town. And we have unlocked a new construction, so the pet house. New pets at start each turn, which can be unlocked in the pet house. And we got start construction on the inventor's hut. Nice. Welcome to Snowdell. You can construct new buildings in the town by completing challenges. Check back here after each run to see what you've unlocked. Alrighty. So yeah, as you can see here, this is our town. We have our area here where we can unlock things. So we unlocked the snow dwellers, which we start off with, and I believe if we, if we do continue, we'll unlock another faction here. So kill 100 enemies. And then we also have our little pet shop here. So yeah, I believe we have little buddies here that we can take with us on each journey, like so. And then if we hit the redraw bell 10 times, we'll unlock this area here. As you can see, we also have our little daily voyage here. It's generally more difficult than the main game mode. Each day, a new adventure will be generated with random cards and modifiers. All cards and tribes, events, and charms are unlocked during daily voyage runs. You only get 1 attempt. Good luck! Alright, as you can see here, we get a preset of cards, and we also get a little Sneasel. Hey, little buddy. So yeah, we get Sneasel, and then we also get this stuff here. We also get our starting charms, which some will give us little buffs or debuffs, or little extra challenges. Alright, so we'll go ahead and stop there. So yeah, so this was our little introduction to Wildfrost here. If you enjoy, go ahead and please like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good day. Bye-bye now.